What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So we gotta talk about the most noticeable things that happened on this episode of Monday Night Raw, man. I enjoyed the show for the most part. Shout out to everyone that was involved on Twitch and YouTube for the live stream reactions tonight. But we want to get into, I want to get into some of the things that I found, pretty important, and looking forward to seeing how things play out as Elimination Chamber is around the corner. It's going to be next Saturday, so we're going to be live streaming that. It's going to be a great time. So let's get into some of the things that happened on this show. So the show started off with Sami Zayn coming out there. Sami Zayn came out there. He's selling the injuries from the vicious attack from Kevin Owens, hitting him with the package pile driver. So Sami Zayn comes out there, and then he essentially lets it be known, like, look, I'm banged up, I'm hurt, but I'm here. And this back and forth between me and Kevin, it's been going on for a very long time. When people think of Kevin Owens, they also think of Sami Zayn. And we've had a long historic rivalry for a very long time. And, we've made up, we've, turned on each other, attacked each other. But this time, it feels different. Out of all the other times, you may have been trying to get ahead or try to prove a point. But this time, you tried to end my career. And this is not something I can forgive. Other times I may have forgiven you. This time I can't. You tried to end my career. So at Elimination Chamber, you want to fight, you're going to get you a fight. I'm not going to be at 100%, but I got enough in the tank to take care of you at Elimination Chamber. So Adam Pearce comes out there, and Adam Pearce basically says, look, I know you want to have this match. I know the fans want to have this match. Hell, I want to see you have this match, but I can't. The board has said you can't. Medical officials say you can't. You're not medically cleared. I can't have you fighting him. I know this is what you want. I know this is what the fans want, but I can't let you fight him. I'm sorry. And as he's walking to the back, crowd's booing. Sammy's like, look, Adam, if you don't give me this match with Kevin Owens, I'm not leaving this ring. So then Adam says, you know what? There's only one way I would be able to make this happen. And it would have to be essentially something that's not sanctioned by WWE. That means Kevin Owens could wrap a steel chair around your head and your neck and crush you with it. That means he can drag you around the concourse. That means he can hit you with the package pile driver as many times as he wants, and we can't stop it. We won't be liable for anything that happens to you. He can end your career, and there'll be nothing we can do to stop him. And I like how Sami came down there, fired up. He's like, well, that pretty much means if I want to wrap a steel chair around Kevin Owens' neck, then I can do that. If I drag him around the concourse, then I can do that. If I want to end his career, then I can do that. And essentially, Adam Pearce made it official. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, in a unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. Yes, 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 yes. Crash Out season is upon us. I am so looking forward to that match. It's going to be great. It's going to be a car wreck. It's going to be carnage. And what makes this so good is it's an unsanctioned match. And this is leading into the idea that Randy's going to return and he's going to get his revenge on Kevin Owens. And if it's an unsanctioned match, what would be the best way for Randy Orton to get some revenge? Not only just hitting him with an RKO, but nah. Randy needs to get it back in blood. I want Randy to actually hit him with the punt kick, because it's going to be an unsanctioned match. Anything goes. Normally, they would try to stop him from doing that. This time, hit him with the punt kick to make the message very clear that he's back. So I hope that is what we get. I hope we get an RKO, and then I hope he ends up getting his lights shut off by a punt kick from Randy Orton, and that would probably be the way that Kevin Owens ultimately. That would be the way that Kevin Owens ultimately, not Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn ultimately gets the win with the assist of Randy Orton because it's an unsanctioned match. Anything goes. I think that will probably be the route that I can see them going. That way we can set up the feud. I mean, this feud between Kevin Owens and Sami is probably temporary. It seems like they may be leaning towards Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross feud because Karrion Kross has been really directing some comments at Sami Zayn as of late. He even did later on tonight, but during the show. But I do think we're most likely getting Kevin Owens and Randy Orton for WrestleMania, and we may get Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross for WrestleMania. But ultimately, I can see Randy Orton punt kicking Kevin Owens into oblivion, which will help Sami Zayn get a much needed win here. So that was a great segment. Got me hyped up for their match at Elimination Chamber. Next, we gotta talk about I don't want to go into great detail in it, but there was a match between AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio. Now, ultimately, there were some shenanigans going on with Carlito helping out Dominic Mysterio, but ultimately, AJ Styles was able to get the win as he should have beaten Dom in this situation. And as the match had already concluded, you can see that Bron Breakker was right behind him. And it looks like he's about to spear AJ, but AJ moves out at the last second. And boy, oh boy, Bron Breakker speared the living crap out of Dominic Mysterio, which was a beautiful sight to see. Then I think AJ ends up hitting Bron Breakker with a Pele kick, and he ends up falling outside the ring. And we have a nice little standoff between AJ Styles and Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker rips off his shirt, throws it, and AJ catches it. Maximum aura just off of him catching the shirt like it was nothing. I thought that was a pretty cool little interaction there. And it looks like we're getting AJ Styles versus Bron Breakker. That sounds like a match I am looking forward to seeing. Should be a great one. And it looked like AJ was trying to grab the Intercontinental Championship. It was in the corner of the ring, but Bron Breakker took it very quickly. So looks like they're going to start up their feud. Can't wait to see how that plays out. Next, we got to talk about my man Gunther. Gunther he's great, man. He is one of the best heels in the company, and I love it. Gunther comes out through the crowd like Jey Uso does. He was standing in the upper area. He comes through the crowd. The crowd's booing him. They're trying to eat. And he's basically like, look, I just wanted to see what the hype was all about. I wanted to come through the crowd like you do and be a part of the yeeting. And it was so good. It was so good. There was a kid next to him trying to eat. He's like, hey, you shut your mouth if you know what's good for you. He told another fan that, oh, it stinks up here, and the fan gave him the middle finger. I like the fact that he was talking down to the crowd like, this is, I get it. This is something that a simple person would like. You're surrounded by simple individuals, and they like yeeting all over the place. You know, it's like me trying to read Shakespeare to a dog. It was so good. He is really a good heel that will degrade you, talk down to you, disrespect you in any and every way possible. And you want to see this guy beat up because he's so smug, but at the same time, he's so good. This was really great how they did this. I love what they're doing with this Gunther and Jey Uso feud. So he gets down to the ring area, and he gets to the commentators. And he was like, you know what? Instead of asking all these people, all these morons, do they think Jey will actually beat me? I'm going to ask you guys. You guys are professionals. You guys have been doing this for a while. Do y'all think Jey can beat me at WrestleMania? And he was asking Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. And he threw the mic to Pat McAfee. And Pat McAfee was like, yeah, you know, there's going to be some yeeting going all over the place at WrestleMania. But I do hope that Jey Uso can beat you. I hope he can. So at that point, my boy Gunther was like, that's not an answer he wanted to hear. So he took off his jacket and he was ready to go. It looked like he was about to attack Pat McAfee. And then all of a sudden you hear Jey music. He comes through the entranceway. There's security's trying to stop him, or officials are trying to stop him. He jukes past them, runs into the ring, and we have us a nice little brawl. And honestly, this was, a nice segment, a nice change of pace to see Gunther really heal it up and, have the Jey entrance through the crowd. I thought that was a nice touch. Looks like Jey did get the best of this exchange, just a little bit from the pull apart from security officials, but ultimately right now it looks as if Jey is on the path to doing the unthinkable. The way they're setting this up, if you've been watching wrestling as long as I have, you can kind of tell the story that they're going to try to tell here. And it's going to be interesting to see how can they keep us entertained for all these weeks leading up to WrestleMania, because it's going to be some times where, today Jey stood tall, but there's going to be situations where Jey doesn't stand tall, where he's going to get beat down, where he's going to get brutalized. And it's going to be interesting to see how they can get people to really be even more invested as the weeks go by. But love what Gunther's doing. He's fantastic. He doesn't miss. He's a great heel. So love what Gunther's doing, and I love this segment. So finally, I want to talk about how the show ended. We had the match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Now, the match was really good. I definitely enjoyed this. Started the match. Finn Balor started attacking Seth Rollins before the match really got on way. He started attacking him and, trying to get any type of advantage, because this match is a qualifying match to see who's going to be the last person to enter into the Elimination Chamber. Great match. Enjoyed it. There was a little moment where the Fireflies had came out. I thought that was a pretty cool, I guess, apparently today makes 2 years since the last time Bray was seen on Monday on WWE television, or I believe Monday Night Raw. So it was a cool, moment to see the Fireflies. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. But towards the end of the match, this is where things got weird. So it looks like Seth has the match won. They're going for a pin attempt. You see the ref hit 1. You see the ref hit 2. The ref hits 3, essentially. But Finn Balor doesn't kick out. And then he tells Seth 2. The crowd sees it. They don't show a replay, obviously. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I think this is a situation, I think it looked, and I could be wrong, but it looked as if Finn Balor should have kicked out, because the match was done. He didn't kick out. It was just 1, 2. He hits the 3, but then he says 2. Everyone sees that he hits the 3, but he says it was 2. Like, he hits it, but he tries to hide it. I don't know what that was. There was a miscommunication there. And obviously the crowd kind of, told the ref, you suck. Like, it was obvious. But ultimately, you can tell that wasn't supposed to be the finish of the match. So I don't know what happened there. We may find out some reports of what really happened there. But it definitely was a botch. Very obvious. Anytime someone doesn't kick out, but the ref hits 3 on the mat, it does look kind of bad just from a what's going on here standpoint. So I don't know. But ultimately, Seth Rollins ended up getting the win with the curb stomp when it was all said and done. And he is the last competitor in the Elimination Chamber, which I am looking forward to. It's going to be great. Can't wait to see how that is going to play out and who's going to ultimately win that. Oh, I also forgot to mention that Roxanne Perez made it into the Elimination Chamber by defeating Raquel Rodriguez with the assist of Bianca and Naomi, since they went to Monday Night Raw to attack Liv during the match, because they believe that Liv and Raquel were the ones that attacked Jade. But I think a lot of us believe it wasn't them. It wasn't Liv and Raquel. There's something else going on, and we're going to end up finding out at some point. So I forgot to mention that Roxanne is in the Elimination Chamber, and they're doing really great things with Roxanne. They are pushing her to the moon. You can tell they are. So just wanted to mention that. But comment down below. Let me know your favorite part of the show. Did you enjoy Raw tonight? And are you guys looking forward to the Elimination Chamber? Because I know I am. But I appreciate all love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking in with me. See y'all next one. Peace.